welcome back to 10 days of 10 videos. Today's day 4. I got a lot going on here, Christmas Eve, so there's a lot of background noise. This is going to be a quick one. This book that I'm reviewing today is The Third Door, I can't find the cover, by Alex Banayan. He talks about he was going to school for a doctor. He wasn't being fulfilled as, going to school for a doctor. So he was trying to figure out what to do. So he was talking to some guy. Some guy goes, you should go interview so-and-so and ask them. So the book is a result of his 3 or 4 year journey. His ultimate goal was to interview Bill Gates. And so he meets all these people on his journey. The point of the third door is there's the front door, and he used the bar. When you can go through the front door of the bar, you can go through the back door of the bar, but there's always a third door, which is so true. You go through the front door because you know somebody. You go through the back door because your friend knows somebody. You go through the side door because a friend knows somebody that can truly hook you up with somebody and have a good conversation. So it talks that, we get so fixated on going through the front door that there's all kinds of ways to accomplish your goals, regardless of what you do. You could, for 2023, you could be like, I want to be a business coach and teach people how to build their business. And you can do that by teaching people to do step 1, 2, or 3. Or you teach them, there's back doors. There's other ways to, to meet people, to show you how to do it. There's other ways to accomplish your goal, but there's the third door. And when I read this book, to me, it was so eye-opening because it's kind of straying from the path. It's kind of following your blue rose, your unique path, to figure out what it is you really want to do and who can help you. Because there really is 6 degrees. I don't believe there's anybody in the United States and probably the world that I can't meet, because I have a network that's robust enough that somebody could get me to somebody. I was talking to, this has been about a year or 2 ago, I was talking to somebody saying how much I wanted to meet Condi Rice, and he's like, I just had dinner with her here in Phoenix. You should have told me. And I'm like, you're kidding. He was like, no, I wouldn't have been able to get you in for dinner. He goes, but I bet I would have been able to get her to do a sit down. He goes, the next time that she's in town and we're gonna, sit down and talk, I'll let you know. I kind of forgot it until I was doing this book review. I thought I gotta reach out to him and to bring it up. You never know who knows who or who's 6 steps down the road. So quit trying to go through the front door. Everybody's at the front door. You go to a bar, there's a long line of people at the front door, all waiting their turn. People that wait their turn don't necessarily get a turn. You can go to the back of the bar and slip somebody a couple bucks and get through the back of the door. But still, there's going to be half the line back there because everybody knows when you go to the back of the bar, you can slip a few bucks and get in. It's the third door. It's finding out who the manager is, who the bouncer is, who can let me in the side door. And I've done that for everything. When I started coaching and I wanted to learn a little bit more about coaching, I knew this amazing coach, and I won't divulge her name because I didn't ask her permission, this amazing coach I wanted to meet. So I reached out to a friend of mine who's a coach and said, do you know her? And she's like, no, not really. She goes, but let me ask so-and-so. 4 phone calls later, and she's like, hey, give her a call tomorrow at 4 a.m. in the morning, our time, because I'm in Arizona and the East Coast. There's 3 hours difference, and she'll be waiting for your call, and she'll give you 10 minutes. And I set my timer, and when it hit 9 minutes, I said, I have 1 minute left. I have one last question. She's like, no, keep going. She was, I got a couple more minutes, don't worry about it. I'll tell you when we're done. And she did. All of a sudden, she's like, I'm done. I said, thank you very much, goodbye. There's always a way to accomplish your goals. Don't get fixated on the first door. Don't get fixated on the second door. Get focused on the third door. And again, because I don't have the cover with me, the third door, and I missed him. He was speaking at a meeting I was supposed to go to, and sadly I missed it because I would like to hear it. If I had one thing about the book, is it was very male-oriented, because he's a guy, and everybody that introduced him to everybody was different guys. So women, when you read it, you have to realize that women's networks are just as robust. And there's not one person that I won't introduce somebody to. I get asked all the time, hey, will you introduce me to so-and-so? Sure. I may not make a phone call, I may email, depending on what you want, but if it's somebody that, really has a good, compelling reason, yeah, I'll call up and see if I can set up a phone call. There's somebody I wanted to meet, like I said, recently, and I called up a friend of mine and said, hey, I see on LinkedIn you guys are pretty chummy. And he's like, yeah, I've known her for a while. I said, great. I really want to, will you set up a call? He's like, yeah, sure. Within an hour, there was an email thread between the three of us, and he's like, I'm out of the thread. I don't need to chat. And I was on the phone with her. Work your network. Don't go through the front door. Back door is okay. Look for the side door. I hope this helped. Merry Christmas Eve. Happy holidays to everybody. I have my Hallmark shirt on because there is nothing I'd rather be doing now besides talking to you guys is watching Hallmark. In fact, I think you could probably hear Elf in the background because my family is all over here and I made them all be quiet while I do this video because we were to play all day. Have a great day. Here's you finding your blue rose. And yes, there will be a book review tomorrow on Christmas Day because I said 10 days, 10 book reviews. Have a great day, you guys, and have a Merry Christmas. Bye-bye.